Hello everyone, I am back with another video after a long time. So today I am going to make a very basic t-shirt design here. You have seen this kind of designs tons of times, but for this one here I am going to just use some of our old sunset style, and with this text, this is the text I am going to use in this one. This is a premium vector from Vexels and this one is from FreePic. So I will add the download link in my Facebook group. You can download them. Now for this one here I am just going to create a rectangle here, something like this. Okay, let's make a square first because this is going to be the colors of our design. Now I am pressing alt and keeping a copy, making a copy, then another copy. So this one here I am going to use the multi blend. That means so far we have done 1 to 1 blend, like from red to yellow, but in this one I am going to use another color, something like this one, a middle color. Then if I select this three like this, I can go to object, then blend, and then make. So this is going to make a blend like this, just like a gradient but with three color instead of two color. So like this. Now for this one here, if I double click on this blend tool here, I will get this option. Now I am going to select this specified steps option here. So as you can see, here is 149 steps to make the color smoothly transition from one to another, but I need to make it really lower, kind of 10 maybe. Okay, something like this. So that is good. Let's press OK. Now this is just some shapes. You can see like 10 shapes here. Actually not 10 shape, it is 13 shape, the 3 original shape and the extra 10 shape. So anyway, it is looking like this. Let's expand it. Go to object, then expand, then click here. So we have 10 shapes here, 13 shapes here in 3 colors, and these are the transition. This we will pick these colors for the sunset style here. So I'm going to create a very thin kind of rectangle here, then pressing alt and dragging copy here, and this one I'm going to make it bigger, just like this. Now selecting them, then align them, then I'm going to use the blend tool again, and this time the same two color blend, like from this one to this one. This is going to make a size blend, like from smaller to bigger, just like this. Then again double click here to select the another option, that is specified steps, and here I am going to make it maybe 10 rectangle like this, 10 steps. Click OK. Now I am going to object and then expand, because whenever we are applying any effect we need to expand it. And now double clicking to select them, like they are all grouped together. So if I select on, then place it something like this, then I can select all of it. Then I am going to click here, the vertical distribute space. So this is going to distribute the space between the shapes here, but I want them to be a bit closer, so I am making changes here like this, a bit more, then selecting them again, and then okay I need some. Okay, so this much is good for me. You can see the styles I am following here, a little bit space between them. And now for the colors, I am inside the isolation mode here. I am going to select this three for from the top, then pressing I for eyedropper, then click on this color, then selecting these two, maybe something like this color, or maybe okay, let's come from here. This is the kind of yellow and the red effect here, something like this. And then this one, the last one, I am going to make it little darker color, so something like this. This is the color effect I am going to use here. Now this is a group here, I am going to make it a bit stretched like this. Now I need to cut it in a way, like okay, I don't like this color transitions here, so I need to make some changes here. Like this one, I am going to pick my eyedropper, then maybe click this color, and then I'm going to double click here to open this palette and then make it a bit darker, kind of this. So it is basically a transition from yellow, or maybe a bit something like this, not that much darker, like this. So this is just a transition from yellow to green, like this. Now this is good for me. Let's take a ellipse here. Now with this ellipse here, I am pressing shift and alt together to make it bigger from all directions. Now I am going to align it center wise and then top alignment, just like this. So this much is good for me. Let's make it a bit bigger, and for this one here I am going to make it a little bigger. That is perfect. So I am selecting this, align it center wise and then top align them. That is good. Now I am going to make a copy of my this ellipse here. So press Ctrl C to copy it. Now selecting all of it, make sure that your ellipse is on top and the rectangles are in the bottom. So select them like this. Now I am going to opening my pathfinder tool, and then from this area here I am going to make click on this crop tool, just like this. It is going to crop out the extra areas. You can see there is the ellipse part here. We can keep it or we can delete it. It is not important here. So we have some elements like this. Now I am going to press Ctrl F again, F now, for pasting my that ellipse that we copied in the exact same place where it was, and I am pressing shift X. That will make it convert it into strokes. You can see this is not fill anymore, this is a stroke. So when we are making changes like this, like making crop like this with this crop tool, we need to expand it. So once it is expanded, we can do another thing, that is, you can see my pen. I am selecting my pen tool with no fill, no stroke. I can create a stroke like this with no fill color, no stroke color. Then with magic wand tool, if I click on this one, it is going to select this one, and then it is of course selecting some more areas like this. You can see this area that we just cropped with our crop tool, those have no fill, no stroke, so that's why it is selecting like this. I am going to press delete. Okay, so it is deleting my that strokes too, but no problem. I can press Ctrl F again, then Ctrl Shift X again, just to place it like this. So this is good. Now my graphic work starts. So I'm going to press Ctrl X, then Ctrl F to paste it in front. I want to make sure that everything is in the center position, maybe a bit bigger this time, or a bit bigger like this. Okay, I'm making sure that this mouth details is in a certain rectangle, not in this gap area. I hope you understand what I am trying to say here. So that is fine. Let's select this one, Ctrl X, Ctrl F to cut it, paste it back. I'm going to, first step is I am going to cover the two side area of my ellipse, like this one from here, and then another copy here, just to hide the side of these rectangles. Now I'm going to keep a copy here, bring a copy, make it a bit smaller in size, something like this. Then another copy here, little bit smaller than the previous one. Then another one here, something like this. Then like this, just to follow with the foot of my graphic. Then this one, this one, this one, this four I am selecting, then bring them here, right click, transform, and then reflect. This is just going to blend this area with the forest kind of feel here. Now I am going to keep a copy here, like bring a copy here, make it really smaller, because I don't want to leave any empty space here, like a straight line like this. So that's why I am filling those areas with this graphic here. So this much is good for me. Don't worry about the area. I just want to hide these straight lines, so that is fine. Now I need to select everything here, then pressing shift and clicking here and here. to deselect this rectangle, this ellipse and these rectangles, something like this. That is fine. Now my big foot and the trees are only selected. Now pressing Ctrl X to cut it, selecting this one. Okay, I am not very much liking this colors. Let's click on this recolor artwork option, and with this one here I am going to make it something like this reddish color, not pinkish, kind of this, but that is too much red. Maybe this is just checked from here. I am going to uncheck it. Now I can select my any color, maybe a bit darker shade of that color, something like this. Okay, not like that. This one maybe in this direction. Okay, kind of this is going to work for me. Now that is good for me. Okay, let's leave it like this. Now I am selecting this one and then opening my transparency tool, double click here to open it like this, then click here. Now press Ctrl F. Ctrl F will paste them inside my transparency, and I am selecting everything here, and then I need to make sure that it is complete black here. You can see not like this, it should be complete black, the 00 everything. Click OK, because that is what makes it complete transparent, something like this. So maybe this one here I can make another copy here if I am feeling like this area is a bit, should be a bit more busy, because this is the forest kind of theme. Maybe just play around with the details here. Okay, as you can see here is area that is visible. Let's bring one here. So this area is complete invisible right now. So clicking here on the surface option of the transparency, this is looking like this. Now for this one here, this is this ellipse, I'm going to press shift and alt together to make it a bit bigger, just like this. Then I'm going to select by this text here, official Bigfoot. Okay guys, so I set up my computer and I don't have those fonts that I used to have. I got some problems here, so maybe let's just use our Explorer font. Ctrl X to cut it. Now I am selecting this one, this ellipse, then go to type and then type on path tool, clicking on this anchor point and then press Ctrl V. So Ctrl V is just paste here. So I need to make it bigger, kind of really big, just like this, placing on anchor point here and then another anchor point here. So when it is in this two anchor point, I can click on this center align and it is going to perfectly place in the center position. So I am going to select this one and then maybe color, pick that color for that text. That is fine. Now I am going to, okay, I don't need to type tool. I am going to select my this text, recent font, Explorer serif regular. I can simply press I for eyedropper and then click here. It is going to just pick that font in that color and in that size. So that's really cool. Selecting like this one and then press I for the eyedropper. I am going to just make it in this color. This is just a color variation I am going to use for my this design. So I am going to break these two font. I don't need them to act like a font anymore. I don't want to make changes on them. So I am going to, sorry, that is not working. So this position is good. Let's select these two, make them a group, select them all. Okay, this is not in the perfect center position, so I need to make it manually because of the font selection and the ellipse position. Okay, that is good. Let's make them a group. So this is our final design for this one here. I am just going to take a rectangle that should be for 4500 into 5400, because that is the artboard size I am working here. I am just aligning that with center and vertical and horizontal center. I need to make it black, then Ctrl X, Ctrl B to make paste it in back. So this is how our design is looking right now. I am going to align my design with the text here, something like this. This is the center position. Now for this kind of designs, it really looks good with the grunge effect here. So this is a grunge texture from FreePic I am using here. Now I am going to select my this text here, this group here, everything in this group here, then open the transparency, right click, sorry, click to uncheck the clip here, then press Ctrl V. So this is basically going to paste my grunge texture here. I am going to place it something like this area, and then I am going to like make it bigger to cover all the design details of my artboard here, something like this, and then I'm going to leave it. So this must be complete black, not like this, so make it complete black, click OK. Complete black will make it complete transparent, so that's the rule. Click here. As you can see, this is how this is going to look for the final design. If I turn off the black layer, so this is how it will be in a final design, a PNG image like this. And for this kind of designs, we can really change the background color, whatever color we want to use, like this one. Okay, that is, we have some yellow in this. We can see, you can see whatever color I am going to choose, the design is going to be like the see-through option here. So whatever the shirt color will be, that will be see-through. There is no black in the design. So that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you learned something new from this one. Sorry guys.